Good evening, welcome back to part 2 of tonight's From Day 1. On the From Day 1 server, of course. Our auditors, frauditors, soft-stick Karens, and all the like are ready and willing to rock us through the overnight. So let's begin with one that's claiming that he was just being lawful.
Why aren't you allowed to provide me with the ID or anything like that so I can know who I'm talking to?
Officer, I'm not part of my law to carry an ID unless
Maybe I'm unaware of it.
you have to say that I've committed a crime.
No front plate.
That's not a crime. That's a statute.
That is a ORC code.
Yes, that's
an front plate displayed on your vehicle. I can't see the car. I can't see the front plate. You don't have it, right? Inside the window, you don't have it. I don't know front plate at this. Okay.
I understand, but that's an ORC code. That's a statute.
Yes, sovereign citizen traveler, and a statute and codes are laws. Look, a statute is a law enacted by a legislature. See? Easy.
Those that don't consent. I'm driving in my private capacity.
No, I'm just going to wait.
Well, that's fine.
If you don't want anything I ask you to do.
I just don't consent. I'm driving in my private capacity.
Driving?
Don't! That's all I'm doing, Trooper. May I get your name?
Yeah, you did say driving.
A few moments later.
I'm not trying to make your day hard. I'm just trying to travel
Wrong.
my way and not be infringed upon as I'm trying to get from point A to point B. That's all I'm doing. I'm not, back in my car says not for hire, non-commercial. I'm not driving in a commercial capacity. I'm not required to have a driver's license.
Yes, you are.
I'm in my automobile, which is my private property. It's posted on my window. I got a little thing back there in case anyone pulls me over. It says private property, no trespassing. And I'm just driving.
Uh-oh. You broke the
You
stop
said it again.
script. You said you were driving.
Oh, I can't even express how mad I am at you right now.
Thank you,
I'm
Stewie.
not driving. I'm just traveling point A to point B in my private capacity. I'm not driving in any commercial capacity right now. Alright everyone, this is my first official pullover, and I know that I have the right to travel unimpeded by government enforcements when they try to enforce statutes on me. He went back to his car for 5 minutes. I'll see how he reacts and we'll take it from here. Just know I don't consent to anything.
More moments later.
I'm refusing to abandon my property.
Okay, I'm ordering
I have-
out the car. First, we place under arrest.
What lawful reason are you articulating I got a crime to arrest me for, officer?
What seems to be the officer problem?
You've got no reason to arrest me. I've not done nothing unlawful. I'm traveling in my private capacity.
Taser, please.
What's going to happen? As much as I'm a man, and I'm standing here alive today, this is what's going to happen. We're going to break that window.
Yay!
That window's broke. I'm going to send this 100-pound Belgian Malinois in there, and he's going to apprehend me. At which time I'm going to drag him and you out of the ground. If you continue to resist, the repeat compliance put on you to the point where you will no longer resist.
Are you threatening me?
You're saying you're going to sick a dog on a lawful man who's being peaceful.
100%. This is your final. He's ready. I'm telling you as we speak.
I've done nothing unlawful,
You are going to
officer.
get bit by this canine if you do not act accordingly.
I'm acting
Are you
lawfully.
willing to open this door? Come out
I do not consent. I'm willing to do anything except be on my way.
That's not a choice.
We're breaking it. Come out for it.
I'm going to exercise my Fourth Amendment right to
Of being
not
stupid?
be intruded upon unlawful seizures.
That dog looks
Look at
pretty
this guy.
vicious.
It's real. God, look, they're surrounding me. They're wanting to do this. They're really wanting to do this.
Yes, it. Yes, namely.
I'm just a lawful man traveling in my private capacity, traveling in my private capacity, trying to get from point
No,
to
you
point,
said driving again.
which is my constitutional right. They're gonna do this, man.
Yes.
Look, who's gonna do this?
You break a law. We're going to do this. Ready? And it's time for the Safe Line break of the afternoon. Yay!
Stop him! Stop it! Get off!
Nice doggy. Thank you, Max.
Get off! Go!
Got the dog. Dog.
Nice doggy.
Got him, Joe.
Stop fighting the dog! Roll over on your stomach! Roll over! Roll over! Give us your hand! Take his right hand. All right.
I got his leg.
All right.
Got leg. I got leg.
Oh my God! Ow!
That doggy gets a nice bone tonight. Good doggy.
My arm hurts, guys! My arm hurts, guys! Please!
Then stop!
Please! Stop! Please! Okay, everybody clear? Please!
Clear.
Close. Turn over your stomach now!
Roll over! Roll over! Hands behind! Hands behind you.
Both hands.
Other one, give him that hand now. Give him that
My
hand.
arm's hurting, guys. Please. Please.
That's what you get for
Release this hand.
trying to think you can go up against a canine.
I've been awful. This is hurting, guys.
I know. We got a medic coming. Relax. And give him your hand.
I'm trying, guys.
Well, give him your hand.
I am. You got it.
Give it to him.
And there you have it. The biggest request on this channel I've had so far. The canine versus the sovereign citizen. What do you
Canine
think would happen?
wins.
Thanks for joining.
Canine makes it go. What was your favorite turn? Oh yeah, Onishi. Mike, are you ready?
This is Attorney Mike Grevin coming to you from...
I'll take that as yes, you are ready. Alright, you got us a sob sit? Let's begin.
It's working.
What's up? Yes.
How you doing?
Why'd you pull me?
Yeah.
Why'd you pull me?
Because you're an idiot and
You have
speeding.
your radar out? I don't know. Some guys don't radar, they just pace. But you put at pace when you're going off to it. I mean,
Is this your vehicle, Miss?
yes, of course.
Are you stupid, Your Honor?
Actually, yep. We'll get out first.
Well, this is a little change from usual sovereign citizen video. They do start out with a bad idea, namely she starts trying to attack his basis for her speeding. She knows she was speeding. She knows he had it on radar, but what does she think she's going to do? Like talk him out of it and have to admit that he didn't have his radar on? Of course he did, and that's why he pulled her over. So that's just kind of dopey. But the refreshing part is when he asks for registration,
She's actually handing it over. Oh my God, what the hell?
I'm gonna go check out a dealership. I'm gonna get a new vehicle. I'm about to croak on here.
No weapons or anything like that?
No.
So do you have your ID on you?
Yeah.
Can I have yours, please?
Is that needed?
Yes, sir.
Why do you need this?
Yeah, what do you...
Oh, fuck.
He's a surprise.
Yeah, I'm just a passenger, so...
He doesn't drive.
No, it's not required of me, so...
Okay, so here's where this whole stop takes a turn. Unlike our usual sovereign citizen thing, she's complying with his request for registration, license, and all that. It's when he
However,
asks
the passenger wants to be the asshole.
The passenger declines to do so and is confident that he does not have to. We'll talk more about this later in the video.
Yeah.
It's not required of me right now, so... I don't need to provide that. I'm not the one driving, so...
Yeah, I was speeding.
Yes, you were, ma'am. But also, yes, sir, you're required.
What's going on here?
Oh,
I'm asking you to identify yourself to me, okay?
yeah.
And your car, you are a passenger in this vehicle.
Correct.
I want to know who you are, so I know who I'm dealing with.
Okay.
Okay? When you're issued a license, even in Florida, it's really property of the state of Florida.
Right. He doesn't have a license.
Do you have any kind of ID to prove who you
Yeah,
are?
no, not on me right now, so...
Do you have
No,
a full
he's
ID?
driving.
Okay, so this is interesting. He switches fields here and first says that he has ID, and then when he's asked
No, he doesn't have a
So,
license.
I mean,
Yeah, not on me right now.
but you do have one from issued from Florida, right?
Yeah, but it's not on me.
Okay, what is your first name, please?
I don't think I should be providing that. I'm not the one under question.
Taser him,
I'm not
please.
going behind the wheel, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Step out of the vehicle.
Yes.
Did he do
Am
something?
I being detained?
Yes, he did a
What are you
dumb.
being detained for?
Investigation, yeah, step out of the vehicle.
An investigation on what?
On him being dumb.
Yeah, but you didn't stop him. Hold on, I got you. I got it.
And what's the investigation?
Step out of the vehicle.
You being dumb.
If I'm not
You're
under.
refusing to cooperate and answer my questions, okay? Now,
That's
I know
not
where this
against
is
the law.
going because I've done this, all right? But you are part of a vehicle, and I stopped her for speeding, and I like to know who you are. And you're giving me this deal that I don't think I have to identify you.
Well, no, we don't think we know.
Stand still, okay?
Yeah, I
So-
know I don't have to provide my identification.
You don't?
No, sir.
You should.
I'm not a part of this.
Okay,
I'm not
well,
driving,
here's the
so.
thing, but you are passenger in the vehicle, okay?
So if I have my kids, would they have to ID too?
I needed to, yes.
But like children are
But they're not
children.
here, so that's a really neat point. So now.
Straw man much, girl?
Cooperate, but the more that you refuse.
But legally, yes.
Questions are screaming who you are, pending the investigation. Now you're obstructing my investigation.
But there's no investigation.
Yeah.
There is. That's
No.
your vehicle.
Yeah,
So,
but you could have handled your business. I'm not interfering.
You're part of, yes,
Do you have a supervisor we could speak
I am
to?
a supervisor.
You got me on that one, Mike. I was ready to laugh with you.
Say yes and go radio somebody, but he's like, nah, I am a supervisor.
So again, you can identify yourself to me, and we can move along.
Did you identify yourself? You don't have a
Okay, no,
badge.
I already have.
Did you have
Badge
a
is
badge
right
number?
here.
Badge number?
You guys not have badge numbers
I
here?
have that up. So
Did you
again,
provide your badge
I
number?
just did. I told you who I am.
And your badge number?
You don't need that.
I do need that.
Well, sir, this is just a traffic stop, so you really just need my license.
Step out of the vehicle.
I'd like to ask for your badge number again.
Well, I'm torn here because this guy is annoying with the whole badge number thing. First of all, I get asked all the time, and I think it depends on the jurisdiction. Do they have to produce badge numbers? I don't know. I saw one cop in Texas say you got to submit a FOIA request if you want to be, perfect about it. But that's probably just there. I don't know what the situation is in Alabama. This is not what I do all day.
Aww.
Fights as to whether or not somebody has to produce a badge number. But he keeps asking who he is, and that's just nonsense because he's identified himself. We've done it so that it's annoying. But I'm still not sure that he does have to ID himself. It's annoying, so I feel for the officer more in this circumstance, to be honest. But I don't know that the officer's right.
You have not
I
provided
have
that yet.
introduced myself.
You are
kind of
legally
uniform.
supposed to provide your badge number and then.
No.
Yes,
Well,
you are.
legally, if you're in uniform, you have to.
47, bring me another vehicle. These guys are being stupid.
As soon as you provide
No,
me
you
with your
can't.
badge
You
number,
can't.
if you grab me, that's an assault. You
You
understand
can't
that?
assault
You
him because he
understand
doesn't
that's
want to
assault.
give his
You don't have
information.
You have yet to
Well, he
provide.
shouldn't have to. This is a
You have
traffic
yet to
stop, sir.
provide your name and badge number.
If
How do I
we're-
know who you are? You haven't
Hold on.
provided your name and badge
If we're
number.
being detained for something, now I am because I was
You
speeding.
can't do that.
Do not-
Watch him.
You
Please do
do
not
that's
assault
assault.
him.
If you grab me, that's assault. I have it on
Please
video.
do not
I have
assault
everything
him. Yes,
on
sir.
video. If you grab me, that's assault.
Step out of the vehicle.
If you
No,
grab me,
sir, you cannot get aggressive with
if you
us.
grab me, that's assault. I have you on video.
Okay, this is probably too technical, but it's bothering me.
Pennsylvania versus Mims.
Physical harm. A battery is a physical touching, and that's what we're contemplating here. In fact, he does touch him. He does not do it aggressively, but if you're going to accuse him of something at that point, it would be battery.
My hands are
No,
right
please
here.
do
My
not.
hands are right
You
here.
are assaulting him right now.
No, he's
I
not.
got you, babe. I got you. Sir, you are assaulting him right now. You can't do that. He was not speeding. You have no reason to be patting him down.
Get him on video. He is not.
Sir, we know our rights. This is a speeding. You pulled me over for speeding.
Right now, this is assault. Keep it on video. Keep it on.
Do you
video.
have a supervisor,
Hey,
Corey?
keep it on video.
Somebody like above you? I have to be out so I can have him on recording.
He doesn't have to get in the vehicle. You understand what you're doing, sir?
I need another vehicle. These guys are being really morons.
You cannot. What are you detaining him for?
You can't do this.
Failure to identify.
You know our rights because we know our rights.
Yeah, this is illegal.
So what are you detaining him for? You can't put him in cuffs.
I believe he just did.
He can put him in cuffs, and he is putting him in cuffs. Now, you might have a legitimate gripe about it after the fact in front of a judge, but those cuffs are going on.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll bring it.
I got you. I got you on cuffs. He can't. What are you putting him in the truck for?
Detainment.
I got this.
I got this. Yeah, you're doing great so far.
No. You can't put him in there.
Yes.
If he's not under arrest, then he shouldn't be in handcuffs, sir. You can't take this phone from me. This is my protection. I'm standing right here. I have nothing on me clearly. I am in small clothes. No, he can't take it from me. This is my property. This is my protection. Do you have your cam on?
I do.
Do you have your cam on? No, sir, I don't. No. I'm going to stand here. So if you want to pat me down, that's fine. If you want to check, that's fine. I don't feel comfortable doing that because you have him in the truck, sir. Sir, why is he being detained? Why is he being? No, please stop. Please, you are a big guy and I'm little. No. I have no reason to. I know my rights. No,
you don't.
Look, I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to come stand by my truck. Okay, I don't have keys, nothing. You can't detain him for this.
You just did. And if you keep this up, you're going to be detained.
This cop has illegally detained him for no reason. He has got no reason to. This is Abbeville, Alabama. I don't know. This is a deputy sheriff, 59725C0.
That's a plate.
This is where this is really interesting. I really do not know. It's a close call to me whether or not this passenger is required to produce his ID in this circumstance. They're kind of annoying, and she's mouthy, so you kind of want it to be the case. But I really don't know. I don't practice traffic law in Alabama. I'm not dealing with this on a day-to-day basis. But just by plain logic, I look at it and say, unless there's a statutory provision requiring him to do so, I don't see why the passenger would have to produce ID here. And unless there's a good reason. He says he's conducting an investigation. An investigation of what? He pulled her over for speeding. You have her on radar. She was speeding, and then she admitted it. What's the investigation? What are you going to talk to the passenger about there? I'm pulling for you, but I don't see where it's really justified to ask for his ID under these circumstances. Having said that, I'm just seeing what's on the video. There could be very good reasons for it that I'm not aware of. He could fit the description of a wanted suspect in a case, for instance, and he's not going to advertise that during this meeting. Or the officer could just be out of line here. But it is an interesting thing. I would love to know. Put in the comments below what you think. I will give my complete thoughts on it at the end.
Hey, leave it alone. You don't need to speak to him. He pulled me over for speeding, which was my wrong. I was speeding, but he illegally detained him for not having a license. He has no reason to have a license. He has no reason to have to prove ID. He was not in the wrong. I was speeding. We were just talking about this on the phone. About these damn tyrant cops, these scum cops want to act like they know what they can do. Want to put their hands on him. See if I can get him in here. He's in cuffs. He's already assaulted me. He's already touched me. Yes, he assaulted you too.
By the way, I just happened to look up, and Alabama does have the provision requiring the passenger of the vehicle to identify upon request of an officer. So this is most definitely legal. Sorry, Subset.
Quiet.
But more of your failed moves. And And dude, if I was a cop, I'd have had you arrested by
I
now.
have my keys out. I'm going to stand right here. And I'm going to keep all this on recording for my own well-being. And for his, because what do you have him detained for?
Because he's not answering.
He doesn't need to. He wasn't driving.
But he is refusing to answer.
He doesn't need to.
And I am conducting an arrest.
No, you're not. No, you pulled me over for speeding. That has nothing to do with him. That's not an investigation, sir. You have no reason to be doing an investigation. Did a crime just happen somewhere? Where? That I was speeding, not him. I was. Got this cop's license plate number. He's a Henry County sheriff. He's driving a Ford. License plate number.
You already read it off, but you're going to go get it again, I'm assuming.
Again, license plate number 59725C0. Sir, I have to get your license plate number.
You don't have to get
I have
shit.
to get your license plate number. You have my license plate number. I need your license plate number. So when I take you to court, I can sue you for harassment. You are harassing. What is he detained for?
Failure to identify.
By law, he does not have to. He's
Wrong.
not driving.
Wrong. A million times wrong.
Hey, where's your wallet?
Hey, I'm an idiot.
I really like this. Where's your wallet? Because of course his ID's in the wallet, and she's grown tired of this. It reminds me of another one I did, where the girlfriend thought it was real fun for a little while, and then the novelty wears off.
Anthony,
stop being an idiot.
don't give him anything.
Give him everything.
Don't give him anything. Nothing. Be quiet.
Everything. Shut up.
He yelled at us. He got violent. He got physical. He ripped him out of the truck, put him in handcuffs, and now he's sitting in the back of this fucking truck.
Yes.
That cop right there. That one. That scum in there. That tyrant. Think he's above the law.
He's not a tyrant
He
here.
said he was a lieutenant. I want to know if he's a lieutenant. I want to know if he's a supervisor. I want to know if he's above this man. Who's going to tell this man that he's wrong.
No one, because he ain't wrong.
Illegally detained us.
Not illegally detained. Just because you don't like it does not make it an illegally detained.
Hey, you got a supervisor coming?
No! He said he was the supervisor.
Sorry, you got the wrong person in handcuffs. You gonna put him on me?
I'm thinking more of ball gag.
No! That was Mike's words, not mine.
You got a supervisor coming?
Again, no.
Hey, it don't matter what he says. Don't say shit to him.
Say shit, say shit, say shit.
Don't say shit to him. It doesn't matter.
Say a lot of shit.
What? Don't say shit to him.
Say acres of shit.
Plate number. Do you have a supervisor coming? I need to speak. Please don't. Look, I'm a little person. Do not get in my face. I have no reason to.
Then get out of his face.
For what? You don't need to know who he's for. So you cannot intimidate me with your bigness, okay?
You cannot intimidate me with your bigness. Well, you can annoy all of us with your mouth, and you are. And that's what's so frustrating about this clip for me. I mean, I call it straight. These people are unlikable. There's no two ways about it. But they might be right on this issue of whether or not he is required to produce ID as a passenger.
Mike, they're not.
I am not scared. I do not care. No. No. You cannot touch me either. You cannot illegally detain me. You cannot act like this. This is being a tyrant. You know that, right? You're being a tyrant. Do you know why? Do you know why you are? So why aren't you putting me in cuffs? Why aren't you assaulting me?
Do you want him in cuffs?
You assaulted him. He was. You put him in cuffs. You have no reason to put him in cuffs.
Yes, he did. He clicked the cuss button on the PlayStation 4 controller. You know, the little X button? That puts cuffs on.
How close are they going to be to the supervisors here? The motherfucker not even pulled over. Look. Don't even pull all the way over. See? That's pulling over. See?
The guy has maybe a quarter of an inch of his tire on the white line of a two-way road. She's bitching.
Here he comes again. He's going to try to bully me some more. He's going to try to intimidate me. Thank you. I got 2 of them. Look at that. What? You need that much backup? Huh? For 2 people on that?
You asked for him to get people.
Which way is it? You're asking him to get other people out there, including his supervisor or boss or whatever else. So, you know, he called for backup, and it's on the way.
You got the guns. How dare you?
Oh, God. You're the one who asked him to get people.
2 of them pulled up. 2. Yeah, you got the guns. We're unarmed. We have nothing on us. I am not. I have to have this on recording because of people like you.
Wait back by your vehicle. I keep telling you, you're not coming back here by my vehicle.
Dude, I have all rights to be standing where I want to stand.
Wait by your vehicle, man. I keep telling you that. Wait by your vehicle.
Now again, why do you have him illegally detained, huh? I was speeding.
You're right.
Not him.
Go back and wait by your
Sir,
vehicle.
do not touch me. Do not touch me.
Then go back by your vehicle.
I have no reason to.
Wait back here by your vehicle.
You are bullying me. You not see what you're doing? He told me because I was speeding. Okay? Yes, I was speeding. No, stop. You too. You can't bully me either. You guys can't be intimidating to get what you want. Stop it. He does not have to ID himself. I've got somebody bigger. I can get what he says on recording. You know that, right? Because all records and everything he says is public record.
All right, so here we have a little auditor flavor coming in all of a sudden. Everything he says is public record. Send a citation for that for that concept. You might actually be right about him having to ID as a passenger.
No!
But don't get too excited. Everything else you said is wrong.
Don't play with me like I don't know my rights. Don't step closer to me! Why are you illegally detaining him? Stop! Stop! What are you doing? Stop! What did I do?
You went back again, that's why.
I'm not resisting arrest because there's no reason for you to be arresting me.
Aha!
What are you doing?
You're being arrested.
What are you doing? It's assault. What are you doing?
No.
Hey, do you understand this? Do you not know what assault is? This is not okay.
You don't know what assault is.
No, you
You're an idiot. Stop being an idiot.
Well, there you have it. I just thought that was a really interesting situation.
And I'm going to cut you off there, Mike, because I know you're going to go in and talking about the deal. No, I looked it up. He does have to.
Hi, this is Attorney Mike Gravelin.
Yes, we'll go with your other one. You got it? Okay, let's rock.
The cops just pulled us over right outside of our house.
Okay, this one has a little twist to it, and it is absolutely luscious.
Okay.
We've got a sovereign citizen, a more sovereign citizen wannabe in the driver's seat, but he's got his wife or girlfriend and his baby in the car, and she is not on board with this plan. Not at all. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
No, what did I tell you about the dogs?
As soon as we pulled up to the house, we got our baby in the car. So they getting out.
Okay. How may I help you, officer? You may help me by giving me the license, registration, and insurance. Before we get there, I need you to give me your badge number. I'm recording for my protection. Where's your body camera? I don't have a body camera. Okay. I need your... My badge number is 3420. 3420. I need your name and I need your bond claim number.
Oh, here we go. I need your name, your badge number,
and your bond claim.
Your bond claim number. I don't even know if that's a real thing or not.
It ain't.
They may have that. They may not. But this guy's demanding it.
License, registration, insurance.
I will identify myself.
Okay.
I need you to identify yourself first.
I'm Officer Kincaid, badge number 3420.
Fine, claim number, please.
License, registration, insurance, please.
Fine, claim number.
All right, sir.
Excuse me, can you give him your license, registration, and insurance? We have our
listen.
child in the car. I'm not doing it.
Okay. Don't make this any more difficult than it needs to be.
And we're right outside of our home. We live right there.
License, registration, insurance.
Don't do it with my kid in the car. I'm not doing this. You can stand up for yourself another time. No.
I absolutely
I love this girl.
Stand up for yourself another time. And she's absolutely right. Even that is indulging him to the extent that she's implying that he has to stand up for himself. I mean, he got pulled over for a valid reason, and he just needs to comply is what he needs to do.
Yes, he does.
My kid in the car. Yeah, right. You stupid. You black. Give up the ID, the registration, whatever. Well, you do, or you go to jail.
Why are you pulling me over? You have your center brake light out, sir.
What's the center brake light?
The center brake light is that brake.
It's a brake light in your car. You would be not stupid. Give him your information, you more than likely will just get a fix-it ticket, which means you'll go and fix it, and you won't have any fines, any ticketing, or anything else. But no, you're going to be a fucking moron, and it's probably going to push it to the point you're going to get arrested.
If there's going to be any more problems, I'm going to press
He's letting you know that your light's out, so say thank you.
Yes, girl, tell him.
Oh, is that refreshing? She is just the voice of reason, and she's telling him the way it is.
Yeah, she's like, shut the fuck up.
Listen, you do all that. Identify yourself, and he gave you his badge number. What the fuck is a bond? He probably don't even know what a bond plane number is.
You know what a bond? They're binded. All the cops are bonded.
I love this girl.
What the bond number is.
Okay, check your attitude. Because soon as they pulled you over, you straight had an attitude from jump.
Yes, he did.
You set a brake light out. They ain't even talk to you all crazy. You start talking to them all crazy.
It's because he is so crazy.
Right, you could do that shit when you get pulled over by yourself.
Yeah, go ahead with your crazy Morris fit stuff when I'm not in the car.
Say here, watch them children. Driver's license, registration, insurance. Because you want out traveling.
I love this girl. I seriously love this girl.
Even know the law that well. All they know is if you don't comply. My daughter has a G2 and a hot rod on my head.
Alright, here comes the cop back.
Sir, I have some bad news for you. Your vehicle registration expired May 31st. Okay? According to the laws of Philadelphia, after livestock and vehicles, these will be towed by the Philadelphia Department of
In addition to that, I don't know what you're talking about with this bond number.
It's registration. I need those keys, please, sir. Okay, that's fine. I'm still going to need those keys. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, but you did it one point, though, right? Okay. When did you know the laws?
Oh, this whole video is just a gem. I mean, I really like this officer. He is having none of this whatsoever. Asking him when he went to law school is just beautiful.
Okay, so you want a supervisor. I'm gonna need those keys. Once you give me the keys, I'll focus for the supervisor. I need a supervisor. Alright, sir. It's not gonna end well. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
You can't take my car.
I can take your car. I
Sir,
have to
car's
take your
not
car.
registered to the state.
It is registered to the state.
I want to you
Sir.
can't take my car.
Sir.
Look at my sovereign citizen husband. Or more.
I love this girl.
Like I say, I'm married, so that's his wife, and she is not happy. I love it. She goes back to the house, puts the camera on, and mocks him for a little while, which he deserves.
Well, he want to be a more citizen. He has a right to travel. He ain't got to re-register his car, and it only costs $70. You're just on here making this YouTube shit talking about you cannot register your car. Here come the tow truck to impound that shit. Talking about you ain't got to register your car. You have a right to travel and all of this crazy. And you ain't got to pay bills or do nothing like that. Look, they impounding his shit. Thanks a lot, honey. We can't make it to our daughter's doctor's appointments. You can't go to work. You can't do because you trying to be a more citizen. And look. The cops is impounding it, so first the car, next thing it'll be the house, and your credit score drop. Thanks a lot, more citizens. You fucked up my life.
I love that girl. I seriously fucking love that girl. Alright, so let's move on to our next.
Hi, folks. Those
Hi.
of us in the...
I think you're going to need help. Let me get another one for
Hey,
you.
Schrodinger's Nation, and welcome to today's YouTube Idiots video.
There we go.
In today's video,
him.
we have a sovereign citizen who thinks it's okay to drive around with fake license plates, no driver's license, no insurance, and illegally carrying a firearm. What could go wrong? So let's begin.
Good, rather. Most Minneapolis Police Department. The reason I'm stopping you is your tag.
You have no... Can you call Mike Burns?
Call Mike Barnes.
Mike Burns, city police officer?
Yes, sir.
He will explain to you everything.
Can you explain everything?
I'm exercising my right to travel without a driver's license, constitutional right that you swore to protect.
Well,
do you have your license with you?
I guess you didn't hear what I just said.
No, he heard what you said. He just doesn't care. Because nothing you said pertains to him performing his duties during a traffic stop.
Yes, sir.
Exercising my right to travel without a driver's license.
Legally, sir.
No legally, sir.
Let me explain.
No state law can supersede federal law, sir. You swore not to uphold federal law. You're a law enforcement officer. You're not supposed to violate my rights. I'm exercising my right. Supreme Court said that I cannot be penalized, sanctioned, or arrested for exercising my constitutional right.
You're right, but you're also wrong. Because you don't have a constitutionally guaranteed right to drive a vehicle as your means of travel. And this was upheld by the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in Miller v. Reed. The court found that restricting someone from obtaining a driver's license, thereby restricting their privilege to operate a motor vehicle, did not constitute a deprivation of any constitutional right to travel.
You swore an oath. Call Mike Burns, call a supervisor. I need a supervisor here now because obviously you don't know what I'm talking about.
Obviously, you don't know what you're talking about.
correct.
Call Mike.
Explain for just a moment.
Call Mike Burns and ask him to come
Mike
here.
Burns can
and he'll
go
explain
below
everything.
myself here. And Mike's probably a nice
I'm have no
guy,
ill
but-
will, no ill intent. I'm just exercising my rights. I'm a private citizen who knows my rights, and I don't want to have to take you and your department to federal court and sue you for everything you own because you choose to violate my rights.
What a way to reason with an officer. If you don't see things exactly my way, then I'm going to sue you. At this point, I wouldn't blame these officers for taking him to jail for any reason they find. And they're going to find a lot.
The Supreme Court already ruled on this. You cannot violate my right. I'm exercising it, especially since I'm exercising it.
Especially since you're stupid.
Then why are you stopping me? Because of the tag? The tag means this is a private automobile, not a motor vehicle, and it means that I'm exercising my right to travel without a driver's license, mandatory insurance, and vehicle registration, which is Supreme Court decision.
No, it's not. The Supreme Court has upheld the 10th Amendment of the Constitution every single time it's been challenged, which gives the states the right
to govern themselves for anything not expressly covered by the Constitution. The privilege to operate a motor vehicle on highways is not covered by the Constitution.
May I speak?
What's your name and badge number?
My name is Officer Queen.
You don't have to shine that light here, because if you shine my light at the camera, that's against Bain. That's against the Bain law.
No.
The Bain Act doesn't actually apply here. The Bain Civil Rights Act was designed to protect the citizens from having their rights taken away from them by force or threat. The Softardian is trying to say that by shining his light inside of the car, the police officer has violated his First Amendment rights to record the police officer, which would be true if the express purpose of shining the light inside of the car was to keep the citizen from being able to record him, and not because it's part of his regular duties when conducting a traffic stop or investigation. Not to mention, the Bain Civil Rights Act is also known as California Civil Code 52.1. And since this took place in South Carolina, California Civil Code does not apply.
It is not.
It's my First Amendment right to video record you during your course of your duties.
You're absolutely willing to record. That is your right to record.
Then why are we here?
But let me explain.
Because you're an idiot.
On the roadway, you're operating a motor vehicle.
I'm not operating a motor vehicle, sir. A motor vehicle is used for commercial purposes, and I am operating under commercial capacity.
You can tell you're dealing with a sovereign Neanderthal when they cite the Uniform Commercial Code, which governs interstate commerce among all things commercial. But that begs the question, if these dickheads claim that they're not in commerce, then why the hell do they think the UCC applies to them?
I am traveling in my personal automobile.
May I finish? You're going to continue to interrupt.
You're telling me something that's not lawful.
Wrong.
I'm telling you federal law, and you're violating it. Your state law
with your ID due to a traffic violation, okay?
What traffic violation is that?
You have no correct.
You're a fucking idiot,
there, sir. There's no crime.
Under South Carolina Code 56-3-1240, license plates must be attached to the outside rear of the vehicle open to view, and there cannot be any other license plate in its place. So you putting a homemade license plate that says private citizen is in direct violation of this traffic code.
So legally
I am legal. Legally, I'm exercising my right to travel without a driver's license. I don't have to ID myself because I have not committed a crime, sir. I have not committed a crime, sir.
Negative.
United States Penal Code 148.G says that the only time I'm supposed to ID myself is if I've been lawfully arrested for a crime.
You want to be arrested?
It's not a crime, sir. I'm sorry to tell you, you're making a big mistake right now.
You want to talk about mistakes? Well, I legitimately wonder to myself what kind of mistakes a person would have to make to put themselves in a position to believe that all the laws that apply to us don't apply to them. Now, I couldn't find any U.S. Penal Code 148.G, but I could find several state penal codes. And I believe he's referring to the California State Penal Code 148.G, not just because he's already cited the Bain Civil Rights Act of California, but also because the California Code 148.G kind of fits into what's going on in this situation. And it reads, the fact that a person takes a photograph or makes an audio or video recording of a public officer or peace officer while the officer is in a public place, or the person taking the photograph or making the recording is in a place he or she has the right to be, does not constitute in and of itself a violation of subdivision A, which deals with obstruction and resisting arrest, nor does it constitute reasonable suspicion to detain the person or probable cause to arrest the person. The officer isn't arresting or detaining you for filming him. In fact, he tells you that you have every right to do so. And oh yeah, let's not forget,
California.
You're not in California, you idiot.
I don't know how long you've been on the force and how much law do you know.
Sergeant Jones with the City Police Department. What's your name, sweetie?
I don't have to give that either.
Okay, so in our state, when you're operating...
In your state?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that your state is exempt to the Constitution?
No, she's telling you that the police officers of her state have every right to pull you over for traffic violations, protected by the 10th Amendment of the Constitution.
So in our state...
Did you swear an oath?
And we're operating...
No, ma'am.
A motor vehicle.
Do you want me to pull it up for you? The Special Police Officer Bulletin that I sent to Chief Stewart?
So listen to me.
Do you want me to send it to you?
Listen to me. You have to have a driver's license in our state, okay?
I'm not operating under commercial capacity, ma'am. I'm sorry to tell you. A driver, by definition, is someone who is getting paid to operate them. This is not a motor vehicle, ma'am.
According to the South Carolina Code of Laws, Section 56-1-10, which deals with motor vehicles, the definition of a motor vehicle is every vehicle which is self-propelled and every vehicle which is propelled by electric power obtained from overhead trolley wires but not operated upon rails. Unless you're Fred Flintstoning your truck, it's self-propelled, and according to the state of South Carolina, it's a motor vehicle. And I guess while we're here, we'll go ahead and cover the South Carolina definitions of what a driver is, which is every person who drives or is in actual physical control of a vehicle. So even if you claim that you're traveling and not driving, you are in control of that vehicle and it is self-propelled. So you are a driver of a motor vehicle, and to do so, you need a license.
Sir, I'm just calmly.
I don't use.
Sir, I'm just calmly talking to you. Okay?
And I'm fine.
I know, but you keep interrupting me, and that's not.
But I'm trying to tell you, I don't want you to dig yourself in a hole.
That's not how conversations go. Conversations go when we respect each other. I talk and then you talk.
Have I been disrespectful to you, sir?
I mean,
Yeah, you're very disrespectful. To the point that the lady sergeant had to remind you how normal, civilized people have conversations.
I'm just trying to have a conversation with you, okay?
Okay, then I need somebody here who knows the law. Can you please? No, ma'am, you don't know the law because you're asking me for something that I'm not required to provide for you.
Fine. Let's go back to the South Carolina Code. According to Title 56-1-20, no person shall drive any motor vehicle upon a highway in this state unless such person has a valid motor vehicle driver's license issued to him under the provisions of this article. This means that you may have the right to freely travel, but it also means that if you don't have a driver's license, then you don't have the privilege of operating a motor vehicle while you travel.
Do you want me to show you the law for the state of South Carolina, sir?
Okay, state law does not supersede federal law.
Okay, sir, you're driving in our state.
I'm not driving, ma'am. I'm traveling.
Not according to Title 56 of the South Carolina Code.
Do you want me to show you the bulletin?
No.
Do you want me to show you the law,
No,
the
sir.
bulletin, case law that went to the Supreme Court that says I have the right to travel without a driver's license, mandatory insurance, and vehicle registration? Do you want to see the case law?
Yeah, that's exactly what she wants to do. Argue about case law on the side of the road with some jackass who doesn't know what he's talking about when neither one of them are lawyers.
You have
No, ma'am, I don't.
a registration
No, I don't.
and insurance.
Is
You do.
Mike Burns working tonight?
No, sir.
Well, can you get a hold of him?
No, sir.
Because he will explain everything to you. He already spoke to the other officers and told them to leave me alone unless I'm committing a crime or endangering somebody on the road. That is the only time you guys are required to pull me over.
Listen,
You're driving without a valid license plate. That's the definition of breaking the law.
in the state of South Carolina, okay, if you are committing a traffic offense, that is an arrestable offense.
No, it's not, ma'am.
It is.
It's not a crime, ma'am. In in 2015, they already passed the law. Do you remember Justin Henderson? He was a traffic cop here in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that he quit his job because I threatened to take him to federal court and sue him for his job? And he quit his job and went to work for the highway patrol?
Citation
Because he knew I was coming for his
needed.
job and I was going to sue him?
This has to be the dumbest I think I've ever heard. A police officer leaves the city police force and joins the state patrol because you threatened to sue him. You do realize that if you really wanted to sue him, that you could do that whether he was a city police officer or a state patrolman, right? So for those reasons, I think I'm going to throw this one in the shit that only happened in his imagination folder.
Sue him at the highway patrol to do if that's what you want to do. He doesn't have to work here for you to sue him.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense.
You need to get somebody here who knows the law.
I'll call the lieutenant if that's what you want me to do. But
Lieutenant who?
Lieutenant Kelly.
As long as he knows what federal law is all about,
Listen to
believe me,
I understand.
I'm fine with it.
But can you let me complete?
Can I educate you guys?
As long as you'll let me educate.
I want you to educate you. I already know your laws.
Of course you do, Karen. Of course you do.
Your laws don't apply to me. Your state law applies to commercial operators.
You're not allowed to leave, okay? You have to stay right here.
So I'm being detained.
Yes.
For what crime?
For right now.
That's not a crime. No, don't say it.
It's a traffic
infraction. It's not a crime.
Okay, but it's still a detention. It's still.
So you're going to violate U.S. Penal Code 148.G? 148.G. You're going to violate it.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
I mean, you guys are seriously going to be in big trouble. I'm telling you. You guys must not be on the force that long. You guys are pretty new, I could tell.
And I can tell that your favorite flavor of crayon is lead.
I've been living in Anderson since 1998, and I've never been bothered by police officers since I've been exercising my rights. I went to court for this and everything, and I won the case, and they dropped all my fines, and they told me that I was free to travel.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but if the cops have never bothered you since you started standing up for your rights, then explain to us again what the hell you were doing in court?
Traveling doesn't mean to be in a car with someone who has a driver's license. No, sir. That's not what traveling means. The United States Constitution clearly states the right of a citizen to travel upon the public roads and highways is a citizen's right and not a government-granted privilege, which means it does not require permission, i.e. licensing, mandatory insurance, and vehicle registration.
And that's incorrect. The Constitution protects an individual's right to travel freely between states without licensing or taxes. I mean, think about it. If what this shithead said was true, then gasoline taxes would be a violation of the constitutional right to travel.
You guys are in some serious trouble if you guys don't let me go and let me go about my way and exercise my rights. You guys swore an oath to protect my rights.
Absolutely, and I do every day.
The military soldiers, they go out and fight for our rights, and you guys are here violating our rights.
I love how he says the military soldiers, because I can guarantee, as a proud United States Navy veteran, that the majority of the active duty military and fellow veterans like Schrodinger's cat do not appreciate fighting so hard to ensure that you have these rights, only to have First Amendment frauditors and sovereign citizens abuse them with impunity.
It's not good. It's not good at all. I have to go pick up my wife. She has no right to get picked up from work.
Well, at this time, like I said, you're not free to go.
I need a supervisor here who knows his laws.
I think what you mean to say is that you need a supervisor there who is willing to accept your version of reality. Because there's already a supervisor there, the sergeant, and she absolutely knows the law better than you do.
I need a supervisor here because you guys are going to be in serious, serious trouble. We're talking about you know what the Supreme Court said? The Supreme Court said that any police officer or judge that violates our constitutional rights are committing a felony and a federal crime.
That goes without saying.
Okay, you guys.
What right have I violated, sir?
My right to travel. You're impeding my travel.
And that goes without saying as well. I mean, it should be common sense by now that your right to freely travel is suspended when you're being detained, arrested, or incarcerated. All three of which is going to happen to you.
My freedom of movement, which is in the Constitution.
Which amendment?
For no crime. This is not a crime, dude.
Which amendment?
What do you mean, which amendment? My right to travel.
Which one is that?
And the freedom of movement.
Which one?
What a dumb... There is no freedom of movement amendment in the Constitution.
But which number is it?
It's under freedom of movement.
Fourth Amendment is what it is.
No, that's to be safe.
Seizure of a
that's illegal.
we'll finish, okay?
I don't consent to any illegal search and seizures of my personal property.
May I finish? We're trying to have a conversation, right?
I'm trying to educate you.
I would say that you need to consider educating yourself first, and not with more YouTube videos.
I understand that.
Is that you, Lieutenant?
Well, yes, it is.
Is that Lieutenant? Do you mind if I step out and we can speak? I'm gonna turn this off. Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had my gun here on the middle console. And I threw it on the floor. So that way you guys don't get scared, and I'm just letting you know it's on the floor under my feet.
Do you have your concealed weapons permit?
No, ma'am. I'm exercising my Second Amendment right.
No. Oh, that's nice. You threw your gun under the seat so that the officers won't be scared. Well, I hate to tell you this, but you probably just picked yourself up a few more charges under South Carolina Title 16, Section 2320, which reads, "It is unlawful for anyone to carry about the person any handgun, whether concealed or not, except as follows, unless otherwise specifically prohibited by law." Now there's a list of exemptions, and having a concealed carry permit is one of them. But as you heard, he does not have a permit, so he is in clear violation of South Carolina law. He probably should have just cooperated with police and hoped they let him go with a ticket. Now, he's potentially facing several serious charges, of which failure to ID should be the least of his concern.
Well, hold on, I'll get out.
How bad?
No, you're getting out now.
You're good, man. Okay. Can I? You gonna grab it? No, I'm gonna have you move back here. Well, I don't consent to it.
At this point, your lack of consent is irrelevant, Karen.
No, I'm gonna have you mind if I record? Yeah, I'm recording too, man. All right. Here, let me show you. For non-commercial use only. This is what I got pulled over for. Non-commercial use only.
Oh, hey, thanks for that. Because it's not every day that we get evidence for stupidity in the form of a self-published YouTube video.
This is my constitutional right to travel without a driver's license, mandatory insurance, and vehicle registration. Okay? This is federal law. The Constitution, freedom of movement, says and also states that any officer or judge that violates my rights is committing a felony and a federal crime. I don't want to have to take anybody to federal court and sue them.
Oh, please do. And by all means, please post it to your YouTube channel so that the whole world can witness an entire courtroom laughing at a bona fide dickhole.
Every case that went to federal court for this has won their case, and the Supreme Court has ruled in favor of it.
No.
Citation. Fucking.
Yes.
Okay, I have no doubt. This is why I'm trying to educate you guys. I don't know if you know this, but we as private citizens have a right to travel without a driver's license. I've had a driver's license in the past. And guess what happened? The state decided they wanted to take it away from me because I didn't pay a ticket on time.
Unfortunately, this is probably the type of situation that leads most normal people into joining domestic terrorist groups like Sovereign Citizens. It goes like this. They're probably out driving around one day with license, registration, and insurance, and they get a simple traffic ticket like a seatbelt ticket. They're living paycheck to paycheck, so they can't pay the ticket, and they end up losing their license. Now, they don't have a driver's license, so they can't drive. They don't have money, so they can't take an Uber. So they decide that they're going to break the law and drive anyway. And they find justification for this breaking of the law in the sovereign citizen movement. Now, I can tell you, this is a hole that you will continue to dig yourself deeper and deeper in. And before you know it, you're driving around town with no license, bad license plates, no insurance, and illegally carrying a firearm. And doing this while you're supposed to be going to your wife's work to pick her up. This is fucking husband of the year material right here, ladies.
A seatbelt ticket.
What's the name?
I have not committed a crime, sir. I'm not required to provide that.
You haven't committed a crime? Yeah, okay. Well, maybe accept all those that I just brought up.
Okay, alright, listen. I'm not going to argue with you, okay? Here's the deal. In the state of South Carolina, you have to have a license to operate on the roadway. You have to have insurance, and your vehicle has to be registered.
I asked you to get me somebody who knew the law.
I'm explaining.
I've already heard this before, sir.
Maybe it's time you stop hearing them and start listening.
But listen.
Do you know Mike Burns?
I listen to you.
Do you know Officer Mike Burns?
I listen to you, and you listen to me.
Do you know Officer Mike Burns?
I do know Officer Mike Burns.
Well, maybe you want to get him here because guess what? He already knows about this, and he informed his officers already. I don't know why you guys haven't heard, unless you work night shift. So
listen. Here's the thing. License, registration, and insurance. He had a lawful reason to stop you. You're operating a vehicle on the roadway. Alright? Now, here's the thing. This can go one or two different ways.
I can't go anyway, sir. You have to let me go.
He's about to let you go, all right. Right into the backseat of a police car.
This is my constitutional right that you swore an oath to protect. What part of that don't you understand, sir? You swore an oath. Why would you go against your oath?
I did swear an oath. You're absolutely right.
Then why are you violating it right now?
I know what my law is. Okay?
What is your law? Okay, explain to me. Be specific. What's your law?
In the state of South Carolina, you have have to have a license, registered vehicle, and insurance.
Now, do you want me to show you where it says only if you're operating commercially? Driver's license. This is not a motor vehicle, sir. By definition, a motor vehicle is any car or truck that is used only for commercial purposes.
Now, I'd love to reiterate the definition of a motor vehicle according to the South Carolina codes, but I think I'll just let this lovely sergeant do it for me.
A motor vehicle, the definition of motor vehicle in the state of South Carolina is anything that is self-propelled that is not operated on trolley wires.
Okay, do you want me to, can I look it up for you and show you real quick?
If I can look it up and
Motor vehicle.
in our state, though.
No,
state law.
in the book at the Department of Motor Vehicles,
No.
that's what it states.
For our state of South Carolina.
Right. The Motor Vehicle Department says it in their books.
All right. So here, I'm gonna ask this one more time. Okay. Either A, you give me the information, or you're gonna go to jail.
For no crime? You gonna arrest me for no crime?
I asked once.
July in 2015. Hold on.
Go ahead, sir. We're not playing this game.
Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Bye, have a great time. Okay, so I think this is going to be where we end the video today. He deserved to go to jail.
Yes.
For many reasons. But what scares me the most is that he's out there carrying a firearm. Because sovereign citizens, like this guy, do not need to be carrying a firearm.
No, they don't.
Because sovereign citizens, like this guy, are a bunch of idiots.
Thank you very much, Skeptic. Hope you have a great night. And that'll bring us to a close of part 2. Make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Get us to the goal of 50,000 views, 1,000 subscribers. So back see where next year sends those nice red boxes. And YouTube will go ahead and put us on the algorithm. Coinbase, Ibotta, and Gain.gg, as you know, below. Go ahead and fill them out. Get your freebies. Help the channel out at the same time. And until our next episode in the overnight, where Art Bell with Alien in the Freezer finale. Like, share, and subscribe, be kind to one another, and release the Kraken as we march along here from day one. Have a great evening. We'll see you in the overnight.